My background comes from involvement in the dark occult. I was, as you said, a priest in the Church of Satan until I had an awakening in conscience and decided that this is really the institution, Satanism, dark occultism, that lies behind the diminishing human freedoms and the dynamic of that taking place in our world. These dark occultists have infiltrated just about every aspect of society and every one of our institutions, and they're really the ones who are calling the shots behind the seemingly enthroned political powers. Occultists really are behind their actions and their motives, and they work through hidden knowledge, which is what occult means. The word occult has a negative connotation in most people's minds, but it derives from the Latin language, from the verb occultare, which simply means to hide, to conceal, or to keep secret. And they are perpetuating the forms of control, of behavioral control, over the masses of people, because they have them under a form of mass mind control that works through the manipulation of people through hidden knowledge about the human psyche and how it functions, how it operates, and what people's motivations are deep in the psyche and deep in their subconscious. So with that knowledge, they wield a tremendous power differential. With a differential in knowledge comes a differential in power. And that's how they're able to continue to keep people under their thumb and keep their actions in a very tight order of control, because people do not have the same knowledge that these occultists do, and they don't understand their methodologies of manipulation and how they work on a daily basis to basically manipulate them at a mental level and therefore control their actions. Even people within the freedom movement will say, oh, I don't want to look into Satanism, or I don't want to look into the dark occult. And I say, well, then you're doing yourself a great disservice, because you're not understanding the psychological aspects of your enemy that you are actually in a war against. Whether you want to look at it in that way, that this is a war or it's just an evolutionary progression, regardless, you're not looking at the psychological factors that are taking place in the minds of the people who are attempting to hold back human evolutionary progress. Without understanding that, it's like trying to play a chess game against an opponent that you know nothing about, nothing about his strategies, and therefore you're going to be at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
So we look at both the positive aspects of human consciousness, and we need to look at the negative. We need to understand the methods of control, the methods of mind control, and the ideologies that these people believe in, and in a flawed way and in a fearful worldview way. But nonetheless, it's important to understand. I mean, that's their worldview. We have to understand that's the perspective that they're coming from. They're seeing the world in this way, and they're acting upon that worldview. That's not negative to look at that in an attempt to understand it, because once we understand it, then we're in a position to do something about it.
The controllers behind the scenes are the ones that believe in it. It doesn't matter whether or not these people, the mass general public or any of us really believe that these people worship Satan or Lucifer.
You don't need to believe in the concepts or ideas that are being discussed to understand that a group of people out there does deeply believe in these things and is willing to act upon them. So the idea that people will often come up with is, oh, I don't want to hear any of that stuff about the occult. I don't believe in that. That notion is completely irrelevant, because there are other people in the world who do deeply believe in these things and are acting on them. But ultimately, what's going on at a higher level is this is an agenda regarding the destruction of consciousness, care, and the infusion of negative energy into the field of consciousness that's all around us.
You know, it's pretty scary, pretty sick stuff. And look at her wearing her upside down cross on this jacket and on this t-shirt with the upside down cross that says mind control upside down. And the reason for the upside down cross, that's the mockery of Jesus Christ. Satanists do everything opposite what the Bible says to do. And look at the satanic altar and you see that upside down cross, same thing. You see the connection right there. At Mickey Mouse and his wizard's hat, and you'll notice the star and the moon on the hat, and that's always on the hats of wizards. And where does that derive from? That's from Baphomet. Take a look at the star on his forehead and the moon right over his right shoulder. And take a look at the infamous Satanist Marilyn Manson and his connection to Disneyland and Mickey Mouse. And like I always say, it's about connecting the dots. And take a look at some of the elite of Hollywood in the past, from the very beginning, with Sammy Davis Jr., a well-known Satanist connected to Anton LaVey, the founder of the Satanic Church. And also take a look at all these Hollywood stars. The name Hollywood stars, where does that derive from? Well, Satan was a falling star. So when you hear the name of a Hollywood star, they're like little gods. That's what it's all about. That's what Satanism's all about, being your own God. You know, and rejecting Jesus and God. And take a look at pharmacy and pharmaceuticals. Also, it's all about witchcraft in the Greek meaning. Like it says right here with pharmaceuticals and pharmacy. Like I always say, it's about connecting the dots and the satanic connection in Hollywood and the music industry.
I know you consider yourself a Catholic, but what happens when you worship Moloch at the Bohemian Grove? New York Post says that male prostitutes are shipped into the Bohemian Grove. Can you tell us what happens there? Can I get a quick autograph here? What's this picture of?
I actually don't remember.
It's you at the Bohemian Grove. Okay. You told me that I'm delusional.
You know, it's nice to know that there's some people who have fantasy lives that have nothing to touch with. Nice to have had you here. Bye-bye.
So you were there. Can we talk to you about it, sir?
Yep. No questions at all? Comment on Obama's move on immigration.
Any questions, any answers on the Bohemian Grove? You never want to talk to me about it. I'm not going to stop asking the question.
Who do you think that might be a good person to consider for VP?
When are you going to open up on the Bohemian Grove?
Bye-bye.
You might as well just answer the question. It's going to be a lot easier. People are just going to, it's going to be on YouTube. People are just going to speculate that there's something wrong unless you tell us there's nothing wrong.
Come on.
Bye.
Murderous Zionist piece of shit. You won't get your New World Order, guy. I can't. Are you happy for the millions of deaths you're part of? People know. People are waking up to the reality of this, Mr. Bush, you piece of shit.
Listen, that's unnecessary.
No, it is not unnecessary. The guy is responsible for killing millions. If you knew anything about real history, fuck you! Fuck you.
In hindsight, I thought maybe I should have brought up the Franklin cover-up and his gay pedophile tendencies, or Iran-Contra and his drug running, or his involvement in occult rituals at the Bohemian Grove, or his theft along with the Clintons of millions of dollars through the Bush-Clinton-Katrina Fund, or his relations with the Bin Ladens, or his calls for a new world order. The list goes on for anyone educated with real history. Even though I did not mention any specific crimes, and I basically just cursed out the old diabolical psychopath, I'm glad I did it.
And it's widespread?
Oh yeah. I was surrounded by them when I was 14 years old. Surrounded. Literally. Didn't even know it. It wasn't until I was old enough to realize what they were and what they wanted and what they were about and the types of people that were surrounding me till I went, oh my God, they were everywhere like vultures. There was a circle of older men that surrounded themselves around this group of kids. And they all had either their own power or connections to great power in the entertainment industry.
She's beautiful. What's her name?
Marley. Her name was Marley.
It's a beautiful name.
Yeah, we named her after Bob Marley. He had this idea. It was kind of a virologist's idea. He believed that you could cure racism and hate, literally cure it, by injecting music and love into people's lives. One day he was scheduled to perform at a peace rally. Gunmen came to his house and shot him down. 2 days later, he walked out on that stage and sang. Somebody asked him why. He said, the people who are trying to make this world worse are not taking a day off. How can I? Light up the darkness.
Don't let them fool you. Or even try to school you. Oh no. Don't let them change you. Or even rearrange you.
When he told me that he was at that industry event and came in contact with A$AP Rocky, I knew exactly what he was getting ready to talk about next. I noticed that within their videos there was a ton of occult symbology. These guys playing with Bibles, standing inside of Baphomets. The clothing line that they're wearing has the compass and square. It's called Black Label and has Baphomets on it. These guys fully are promoting the occult. And ladies and gentlemen, this is not the only group that is guilty for using a high amount of occult symbology within their videos. What's going on right now within the entertainment industry and media at large, period, is the fulfilling of Alice Bailey's stratagem to make all of the arts occultic, music, poetry, arts, etc., to make them immoral, occultic, obscene, all of these things. It is a part of the New Age movement's agenda to establish a one world government system under which Lucifer will be acknowledged as sovereign. Why? Because our minds will be already acclimated to receiving these demonic suggestions as something that is good, because we have enjoyed it in our music, we've enjoyed it in our television programs, our cartoons, our video games, and in our clothing. A$AP is a new group that is just blowing up the same way that Odd Future blew up, the same way that Lady Gaga blew up, and every other artist that is jumping in the industry right now that is making sure that within their videos, on the clothing that they're wearing, they are throwing out occult symbols all over the place, and connected with those occult symbols within their music, though they may not make a conscious decision to do this, but because they've become ready agents of the devil, because they have submitted their hearts not to Jesus Christ, but to the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eye, and the pride of life. The very principles contained within their music are the very principles that are connected to the symbols that are being promoted from the occult. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what's transpiring. Going back to the story, my entertainment insider was at this event, came in contact with A$AP Rocky, and was impressed because this group came up out of Harlem, New York, came up out of nothing, and just recently they got $1 million deal. I wasn't surprised because I saw that they were connecting themselves with the occult. So that is always going to be the direct result of that type of activity. A$AP Rocky, Lady Gaga, Kanye West, Tyler the Creator, and Odd Future, Wolfgang Kill Them all these guys, they're just examples of what's going on a broad scale with the entire media industry at large. Why? Because it is the agency, the platform by which the devil can reach the masses in the shortest period of time, and you're falling for this garbage hook, line, and sinker. It's time to make a clear decision. The New Age agenda is being fulfilled. It's being carried out, and it will be carried out to the T. The question is, are you going to be one of the people that fall for the deception?
I can't go back, can I?
No. But if you could, would you really want to? I didn't say it would be easy. I just said it would be the truth.
You ever have that feeling where you're not sure if you're awake or still dreaming?
I know exactly what you mean. You have the look of a man who accepts what he sees because he is expecting to wake up. Ironically, this is not far from the truth.